In all software projects, a really important part of the process is testing. In the past, this has been a really manual process, and this has a couple of downsides. Firstly, it's really time consuming, so it's going to cost your company quite a lot of time and money to run those tests. Secondly, it's tedious for the person who's got to run those tests. They've got to manually look through your project and check everything's working. Thirdly, it's unreliable, as depending on the human who's testing the code, they could or could not spot the errors. So what are the benefits of automated testing? Well, firstly, once you've written your tests and you need to test your project, it's likely to take just a couple of minutes to test rather than a few hours of a human's time. Secondly, as a developer, whenever you need to find errors in your code and debug, there's plenty of tools to help you do this with automated testing. And lastly, whenever you're writing new code, you always need to be careful not to introduce new errors. Tests help you do this. Every time you run your tests, you know that the new code has not introduced a new error. So how do we automate tests? Well, we use JavaScript and TypeScript, and there's a couple of libraries that help you test. The two main ones are Jest and Mocha. We tend to use Jest due to the integration into VS Code. So there are a couple of basic rules to follow when writing tests for your project. Firstly, they need to be semantic. This means that somebody who's not a developer could come onto the project and see what your tests are doing. Secondly, they need to be simple. Each one should only test a small part of the functionality of your app. So hopefully you've got an idea of how automated testing can help your project in the future. Thanks for listening.